Thank you. Joining me now, former senior advisor to DHS under Mayorkas and Maryland congressional candidate Berney Flowers, alongside former Texas Congresswoman Berney Flowers. Thank you both for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Berney, I'll start with you. The members of the CJNG are known for using military-grade weapons and drones to attack Mexican law enforcement, and in some instances even assassinating political figures. How common is it for the Mexican cartel to buy weapons from European countries?
Unfortunately, this isn't new. I'm thankful for the Trump administration to empower our international agencies to work with the Europeans to make this sort of stuff stop. I can tell you, when I was working with the Biden administration, it would seem like they were holding a hand behind our back. So the bottom line is, yeah, it's not new, but I feel a whole lot better with the system that we have going, and the president has empowered, again, our international law enforcement agencies. 3 cheers.
Yeah, agreed. Myra, according to the DOJ indictment, the cartel was seeking to purchase machine guns, mortar launchers, and RPGs by trading methamphetamines and fentanyl traffic into the United States. So is there a way to prevent criminal organizations like that one from getting their hands on this kind of weaponry? What more can be done to curb the cartel's reach and funding?
President Trump is doing what he ran on, right? He ran on labeling them as a terrorist organization. He is fighting back the cartel. The cartel has been getting away with a lot of these type of acts for decades under other administration, not under President Trump. Unfortunately, the president of Mexico isn't fighting back the cartel the way she's supposed to. So it makes it very difficult for us when we don't have a president in Mexico that is fighting back the cartel the same way we are. But they are a terrorist organization and they need to be held accountable. Why? Because they have the people of Mexico terrorized, but they also have millions and millions of people in this country terrorized as well, and they've killed millions of people selling the drugs that they've been bringing into this country. But I do want to say this: we have checkpoints coming into the United States, but we are not checking every vehicle that is leaving the United States. What comes in the United States? Drugs. What leaves the United States? Money and firearms. We need to be making inspections going southbound as well. We make inspections of every vehicle coming into the United States, but we also need to be making inspections of every vehicle that is leaving the United States, because I guarantee you that many of these cars have money and guns, and the Mexican government, they do have these lights, green, you get to go. Red, you have to stop for inspection. I guarantee you that many of these vehicles are getting the green light, so they're not getting inspected.
I get it. That's an excellent point, Mayor. Appreciate that. Berney, I want to pivot to the men and women who combat illegal immigration. With the news today that ICE agents could be getting taser-like gloves that deliver electric shocks. And they're cleverly called the GLOVE, which stands for Generated Low Output Voltage Emitter. The gloves are meant to de-escalate situations and make individuals comply while being detained. Your thoughts on this?
Well, it's just new technology. Imagine, Rick, if you were a 120-pound law enforcement agent, female, and you got to deal with a 300-pound person who's irate and trying to run away from you. The bottom line is you want every tool in your arsenal. And the issue of the day is using a lethal weapon, a gun, isn't always the right tool. And this kind of levels the playing field. There's always an opportunity, a better opportunity, and these non-lethals, great idea. You can't always use a taser as well. There's some restrictions there. But again, this is new technology and I welcome it. And I think the ICE agents and law enforcement people will be very happy with this new stuff.
Okay. Myra, I want to pivot to the Bay Area, where an illegal migrant is accused of stabbing a man to death just one day after being released from jail. The Venezuelan criminal migrant allegedly murdered a 68-year-old man named Todd Stewart on his own front lawn. Police have not released a motive for the attack, but the suspect is being held on bail of more than $1 million, and he was already on pre-trial release for a burglary case after violating the terms of his at-home detention. If he had been deported, the victim would still be alive. Does any of this surprise you?
It doesn't surprise me at all, but if you're illegally in the country committing a crime, you need to be held accountable, and we need to set this as an example. You hurt and kill an American, you'll be for life in prison in this country. I think we need to put the fear of God in those that are illegally in this country committing crimes. That's the only way we're going to put a stop to all this.
Like I say quite often, crimes without punishment will lead to more crimes. Myra Flores and Berney Flowers, we appreciate you both. Thank you.